let's start exploring graphs. There's increases and decreases that we're going to be looking at. So pretty simple. A line going up is increasing, and a line going down is decreasing. And then if it's flat, it's not changing. Examining rate is a little more confusing. So this is child height in the US. And if you look at it, you can see that there's two different colors. Okay? One is boys' median height and one is girls' median height. And we can start to determine some or come up with some conclusions from analyzing that data. But the first thing we need to be able to do is figure out when is a child's height increasing at a steady rate. So this is a steady rate, even though it's going up. Sometimes, at some points in the life, you can see that the line's going up steeper. And sometimes at different points in the life, the line's not going up as steep. So if you look right from when a child is born, you can see that that line is going up pretty steady, pretty steep. You can see, if you look over here, I don't know if you can see what I'm pointing to, around about 40 months, the line goes from pretty steep, not quite as steep. If you look close, that line's not as steep. That means your growth slows down a little bit between 40 months old, 50 months old, which is 4 to 5 years old. It's just a little bit slower from around 5 years old until around 10 years old. You're still getting taller. The line's still going up, but it's not quite as steep. And then you can see around 120 months old, around 10, 11 years old, the line gets a little bit steeper. It's not a huge noticeable thing, but if you look close, you can see that line's a little bit steeper during the teen years. You grow a little bit faster when you're a teenager. And then the real change in rate that you can see, do you see how the line starts to curve like this? That means you were going up fast and it's slowing down. Still getting taller, you don't get shorter, but you're not getting taller as fast. You're not getting taller as fast. And then eventually it levels right out. So that is the decreasing rate. When lines curve down like that, the rate is decreasing. You were going fast and you're going slower and slower and slower. So that is when the rate decreases. Now if we look at a more earth sciencey, there we go. This is a different one. So this is carbon dioxide, and there's a few different things happening. The overall trend, okay, it's increasing. We can see that it's going up. Okay, we can also see these little bumps. We'll learn about what that means later. Okay, we'll explore that. But can you see how this is kind of going up like this? It was going up the whole time, but it was going up slower in the 60s and 70s. And it's been picking up speed, picking up speed, picking up speed. I'm exaggerating it a little bit here. Can you see how that line is curved? That means not only is something getting bigger, but it's increasing faster. So it's picking up speed. It's either picking up speed or slowing down. So you can think of some real life examples. If you think of a bank account, do you want your bank account to do this? Or do you want your bank account to do this? So we'll call this option A. We'll call this option B, and we'll call this option C, okay? And we'll try to answer a few questions, get you thinking about that in the Google form that'll go with this video.